Welcome back. Professor Hartridge found some information about the Veve for us and was murdered for his trouble. I sure hope this isn't going to end with everybody who helped us getting murdered, because that would include Grace, and I kind of wouldn't like her to get murdered. That would be unfair. We did get his notes, so at least that's something. And I think Mosley would probably be interested in seeing that, because it proves that there is indeed a voodoo cult, and the newspaper clipping proves that they're dangerous. However, before he will reopen the case, we still need the third item on his list, which is a clue to their location. We don't have that yet. Another problem with Hartridge's murder is that I kind of wanted to talk to him about Damballa and Ogun Badagri and things of that nature. But we can't right now, of course.
Before leaving the university, Gabriel notifies campus security about Hartridge's body.
Wow, that's surprisingly rational for a character in an adventure game. Okay, who else could we ask about those topics? Well, we've got two more voodoo experts in the city. Well, three if you count Kazunu, but I doubt she'll be much use. Madame Moonby might be of help, but I doubt this is her area of expertise. Dr. John really is the most likely to be able to help us here. So let's pay him a visit.
Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
You can say that again, it's the damn snake! What the hell?
Gabriel is currently bonding with the museum's python.
Get him off! Get him off!
That would not help to get the python off of Gabriel.
Oops.
I really don't want to be dead. Can we try that again?
Wow! First death. There are not really that many deaths in this game, but as I've just proven, there are some. I think there will be more towards the end of the game. Most of the game, though, you cannot die. This is, I think, the first opportunity we had. Fortunately, I save in between videos. I wonder if that's a coincidence, or if somebody really left that snake out on purpose. Seems like a very stupid accident, so I kinda doubt it was just a mistake someone made.
Before leaving the
Let's try that again, but this time let's remember something we learned about snakes in general, and about this snake in particular, before.
Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
Because remember, snakes detect their prey by vibration. And we've seen before that this snake went mad when the fan was turned on. So that might save us. It worked!
Good day, Mr. Knight.
That thing just tried to kill me.
He did? I am sorry. The museum is closed today, you see, and we were not expecting visitors. But if you will excuse me, Mr. Knight, I must go look for him. He is incredibly valuable.
You don't need to ask twice. I'm out of here. By the way, you might want to lock your door next time you're closed.
Not a bad idea. Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
So, You were closed and you thought it was a good idea to let your python out for some fresh air. Yeah. Between this and his reaction to the Veve, I get the feeling that Dr. John might not be entirely on the level. I think Gabriel's probably quite shaken from this experience, so let's go home to recuperate for a bit.
What happened to you?
Who, me? Nothing. Why?
Well, you're kind of a pale green color. Come here.
What, did the snake bleed color?
Pale green, you say? Charming.
What's that on your face?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Looks like a sparkly or something. Got it.
I love it when you pick stuff off my face, Grace.
Well, excuse me.
Princess? Something was on my face? Left behind by the python, perhaps? What could it be?
There's something in the ashtray.
Let's take a closer look.
The item in the ashtray is too small to pick up by hand.
Alright. Then we'll use the tweezers.
Looks like the python left me a souvenir. Very interesting.
Let's take a look. It's another scale. And it looks surprisingly like the scale we found at Lake Pontchartrain.
It's a snake scale from the Voodoo Museum's python.
That's good, because it's the only snake in the game we hadn't checked yet so far. So let's take a closer look at that.
Gabriel magnifies the snake scale from the Voodoo Museum's python. The iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with greens and purples.
Seems like it matches this scale from the crime scene.
The iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with greens and purples. Those two
I thought...
there's no
What am I missing here?
Gabriel magnifies the scale from the lake. It's hued with purples and greens. It matches the scale from the Voodoo Museum. He places the two scales together.
Okay, I guess I hadn't done that. But now that we've linked those two skills, that proves that the museum and Dr. John are linked to the voodoo cult, thereby giving us our clue to the cult's location, namely the museum. I'm sure Mosley will be very interested in that.
Gabriel has matched the Lake Pontchartrain scale with the scale from the museum python.
So let's go and pay him a visit.
I've got some things I need to do.
Have fun.
And hopefully we'll be able to get him to reopen the case. I don't like the fact that there is one of those drummers outside the window here. Wait, was he there before? If they're being used to send messages to this voodoo cult, having there be one outside the police station is not a good thing.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
What it is we found the evidence that you needed. In other words, we did your job for you. Let's start with Hartridge's notes.
Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? And what about them?
They confirm that the pattern from the murders is of African origin.
Really? It's incredible, isn't it? Something like that showing up here?
It's been here for quite some time, so it seems.
I'm impressed. Okay, you've convinced me. The murders were done by a legitimate voodoo cult.
We already showed him the newspaper clipping.
This is the first...
So let's show him the skills to prove the museum is linked to it.
I have these 2 snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales, and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right. It certainly suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight. If we can tie them into this voodoo cult, we just might have something. Okay, I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. In fact, I better lock up this office just in case I step on a few toes. Come on.
So we're heading out with Mosley.
Now, lay low and let me handle this.
Yeah, fine.
Which means, of course, that right now we can't go back into his office because he's not there and he locked it. But at least the case is back open, and that is what we set out to achieve. Oh, hopefully.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Another short day, it seems. But quite an eventful one, considering Hartridge got killed and we nearly got killed. Are we gonna get another visit? Or a busy tone?
Dang!
So it's back to the traditional nightmare, it seems. I haven't had one of those in a while. I'm convinced that's Malia. A ring within a ring. Some of this starts to make sense now. The talisman from Gunther that he lost. The 3 snakes. And Gabriel dying. I'm still hoping that part won't come true. Day 6. And then the night became as day. I glimpsed nature's reddest claw. The face of fear looked back at me as I gazed into the maw. These just keep getting more cheerful, don't they? The hell? It's a chicken. Jesus Christ.
What is it? What's wrong?
Gabriel?
I see it, Grace. Hold on. There's no one in the shop, and I know there's no one in back. It's okay.
Okay? Gabriel, that thing is still barely alive. How could someone do this?
With a knife, maybe?
God, don't even start. We should call the police.
No. I'll take care of it.
But Gabriel...
I said I'll take care of it. Why don't you go get some coffee? I'll have it all cleaned up before you get back.
They know where you live now.
It's gonna be fine. Now go on.
Later.
Are you sure you don't want to go home? I could close the shop today.
No. I'd rather keep busy. I'll be fine. At least that creepy guy is gone. Ugh. Not that they aren't still watching. Anyway, speaking of keeping busy, we got that book you ordered in this morning. The one on rotted drums.
Really? Great.
Right, so that's kind of an unsettling way to start the day. Let's hope this day doesn't hold any more nasty surprises, but we'll have to find that out in the next video.
Gabriel!
Or not.
I see it. Stay back.
I guess there was already another surprise. Somebody dropped something in our mail slot. We'll have to see what that is in the next video, for real this time.